Hi, and a very, very good evening to everyone who is joining me absolutely live on the TWS page on Instagram. My name is Mareesha, and I'm the CEO at the Wedding School. And I'm here today in the capacity of formally making an announcement for our new batch, which we begin rather a movie that's going to release on the 22nd of July, 2023. Today is a day when we have chosen to officially let you know about the batch. Whilst we have started admissions, I think a little while back, I would say a couple of months back, where we have already got a lot of students who enrolled for both the courses, wedding planning and management and design and decor. But as always, and this is the fifth year for everyone who's been following us on the page, this year as well, we decided to run something really exceptional as a campaign. For us, our diploma courses is not just about enrollment and teaching the students. For us at TWS, it's a journey of its own, which we really enjoy, which is the prep. And in movie language, if I have to talk, it's the pre-production work, which we absolutely are so passionate about, and we just love that process. We're coming up with a campaign that's going to excite the next gen. Everyone who enrolls with us has some kind of an understanding on weddings, but they surely make up their mind about weddings as a career option once they start following us and once they start understanding what TWS can teach them. So for us, the campaign has always been very, very, very special and something that we take a lot of pride in. And this year, we are very excited to bring to you the TWS Theatre of Dreams, where we will be teaching our students this year with a new perspective, keeping in mind the changing times, the ever-growing demands of the client, and also drawing a lot of comparison and in our teaching process as well between movie making and wedding planning. Because what we have realized, especially in the last 12 months, has been this really different perspective that every client has started adding value towards a wedding. It's not just left to a wedding planner to be able to think differently. They are equally involved. They are equally inspired by movies. And I'm not just talking about Bollywood films. Movies from down south of India have played a huge role. International films have played a huge role. And all of this put together has had its own share and its own impact on the way we as wedding planners plan and design weddings, or somebody who is into design and decor comes up with themes for different functions. It's all so interconnected that we couldn't resist, and we decided to work on something that's going to make the journey of our TWS students for the year 2023 very exciting, very glamorous, and very movie-like. So there is going to be that much of highs and lows that one experiences while watching a movie. There is going to be that kind of scenic spectacle that we are going to be exposing you all to. And if you go to see, and for all my friends who are from the wedding industry, I'm sure you'll be able to visualize this and understand this so much better, because just like in the movies, you know, you go through the process of scouting for a location first once you have a story in mind. Here we have a bridegroom in mind, and then we go out hunting for the right destination, the right hotel property. And then we get into the process, whether it's from an art director's perspective, where the set design is largely influenced by the circumstances in which the hero and heroine are placed, so the storyline is placed. Similarly, in weddings, what a decorator or a designer today comes up with speaks volumes of the characteristics, of the personality traits of the bride and groom. It has to reflect them. Just like a movie, the director is the one who calls the shots. You can be great in your individual spaces, whether it's a production controller, a music director, or a director, a DOP, or a director of choreography, but all of them come under the umbrella of that one person who's the director. And in weddings, that one person, that one director is the wedding planner, who eventually just ties up everything seamlessly, beautifully. And eventually it is the vision of that director, in our case, the wedding planner, that speaks volumes. And of course, I also want to draw one more comparison. Usually when a film does well, most of the times we give accolades and recognize the work of the main leads, right? The actors who are there on the face. And we many a times miss out on giving credit to the director. And I'm not going to cry about this, but the fact of life is that there are so many times that clients or families who attend weddings, they kind of don't realize that whatever they are enjoying, every single minute detail of that is thanks to that invisible director in the form of a wedding planner for putting so many elements together. So we felt that there is so much of a connection, and we felt that so much of what we see in weddings is getting reflected on OTT shows or movies, and whatever is happening in movies is also influencing a bride and groom. So it's a chicken and egg situation, and we thought it's so cool if we have to this time around present our course at TWS as Theatre of Dreams, where you can enter to watch either of the two movies. One is Wedding Planning and Management, the other is Wedding Design and Decor. Both these shows will be releasing on the 22nd of July. So I was really excited to come live and do this. Just this morning we launched our course officially as TWS Theatre of Dreams for this year, for the new batch. And for those of you who follow us, I'm sure you have already sent us a little like and a little heart for the campaign, and keep showering this love. I see a lot of my ex-students, my lovely tribe who has joined me, a lot of my faculty as well, who is here with us. I'm waving back at all of you. A few of you have sent in a request as well. I'm sorry I won't be able to accept it. But this journey for the coming 3 months, you are going to definitely hear and see more of me, whether you like it or not. I hope you like it. You are also going to be meeting and interacting with a lot of our faculty who has played a very, very, very important role in the last year and are associated with TWS as an institute. You're going to be meeting a lot of my tribe, super successful entrepreneurs, super successful employees, many of whom are working with some of the leading companies, many of whom are working with startups and are contributing immensely and having such a great role to play in smaller organizations, that we have different kinds of stories. And our theme is Theatre of Dreams. Our theme is Weddings Are Movie-like. So we are going to be sharing these stories with you. And you never know, it just might inspire you to join us and help us write your story. And I've always believed that, every planner will become successful in the true sense. And for me, success has little measures monetary wise. For me, success is more about what kind of a statement I make in my industry, how much of my work is recognized and appreciated. Recognition comes in different ways. It could be through awards, it could be through fame, it could be through others replicating your work, something that I constantly go through. And it's very difficult to keep the team motivated when you realize that thanks to Instagram, you're not just running your organization, but running many more companies because of the way you do your work. But I have always felt that everyone should strive for, getting that kind of recognition. For me, that is real success. And I feel that everyone should have their own success story. what is special to me may not be special to you, but what is special to you should have some kind of an impact on your work. It should reflect in your work in any little form. And for me, that is a real achievement of an entrepreneur, of a creative soul. Even if you don't have entrepreneurial aspirations, just the fact that your work, your ideas made a difference, they came to life, I think that itself speaks volumes. We've had one of our students last year who incidentally had done the design decor course, and she got an opportunity to design the stage backdrop for a music fest, and there were a couple of them who gave options, and hers got selected, and then it came to life. And then there's a photograph that's sent to us that, see where, your students are going ahead in life. And that is just such an overwhelming experience. We've had another student of ours who's actually got a wonderful testimonial from an NRI client of his who came down to Rajasthan to get married. And in his thank you speech as the groom, he has actually almost spoken for 2 long minutes about the wedding planner, who happens to be our student. So it is such a rewarding moment for us, because the young talent needs to get an opportunity. The younger minds need to come in the forefront. It is no point that as seniors we are just sitting up there and sitting up there on the pedestal and feeling great about ourselves if we are not able to pull up the next slot. So for me, TWS is that opportunity to actually pull up the next hero, the next rising star, and allow them to get the opportunity to be able to showcase their creativity and see it coming alive. So it's just outstandingly satisfying. And a lot of my students who are here, I know that you can relate to everything I'm saying, because you have gone through this process this year. And you know exactly now the kind of hard work that goes into making somebody else's dream yours, living it with them, bringing a bit of you into their lives and a bit of them into yours, and eventually also being able to move on. How many of our clients will keep remembering us? I think all of them. How many of them would probably pick a call or message us, more than once or twice? Very few. That's just life, right? But we get so emotionally involved and consumed, just like it's in the movies. I'm sure the actors take months and months to get into a character. They start living that person. And then suddenly after the movie is released, they just have to move out of that zone and become another character. I really feel there are too many parallels that can be drawn between the people who work towards making a wedding, what it looks like today. It just doesn't look like a personal affair anymore. No matter Kshitija writing TWS fam, love you, and I hope you're having a good time. I don't know, I'm assuming you're still in Paris. And I hope you're going to come back soon and this time do a session for us, telling us how was Paris and the life there and the glam there. So I think for me this becomes a very interesting chapter for us at TWS, also being our 5th year, and 5 years have just come and gone so quick. But I feel so glad that we as a team have made an impact. And I want to give a big shout out to Usha ma'am, Hemant, Sharon, Amruta, Natasha, Sweetie, Harsh, Poonam, Imran, so many people who have really worked towards making this brand so dependable. A brand that all the students find a comfort with, a brand that has earned a lot of respect and repute. And most importantly for me, it's a brand that just doesn't stop at what they think is the best. They want to grow with every single batch. We have made sure our style of teaching, our style of counseling, the kind of internship opportunities we give to our students, everything needs to get better year on year. So I really feel very excited that I'm here talking to you about the TWS Theatre of Dreams, where weddings are movie-like, and now we'll be teaching that to you in movie-like style. And the fact that we are here ever evolving, always wanting to do something that's going to be exciting. I think for us, the excitement also comes in the form of our tribe that really has managed to have a little community of their own. This is the next gen of planners. Those who are working with decor companies, some are into catering, some have diversified and are doing social media. A lot of them are working in different capacities with event companies, also working on very offbeat projects like IPs. I think for me, it's exciting that they all come under this one big umbrella called the TWS tribe, and they're always there helping each other, whether it's sharing information about artists, locations, sharing information about what's good in which city. So it's a great alumni that we have managed to build, and there's lots that we have lined up for them as well, because 5th year of TWS is definitely really special, and we are going to make sure that it's so memorable for all our ex-students. More on that later, but right now, of course, the team is excited, and I want to give a big shout out to Rohan and Kushi and Melissa and the entire team for making this dream-like campaign look so great, and Amaya for always being such a constant. So you are like the invisible god, that everyone knows of and hardly gets to see. So it's a lot of effort by a lot of people. Nothing is overnight, and I keep telling this to my students, and I want to tell this to everyone who's considering enrolling with us. We are the first step. We are the school where you will learn the basics in terms of your alphabets and word formation and sentence formation. But for you to be able to write a poem that's going to have an impact and going to live on forever, that's the journey that you will cross after the diploma course, for which you have to be patient with yourself. You cannot expect yourself to be a genius on day one. And enjoy the process, most importantly. So while you may enjoy watching a film, for me what's exciting is what the crew went through while making that film, right? Right from location scouting to the edit table to the marketing. I think that for me is exciting, and it cannot just be summarized with the 3 hours of experience or 2.5 hours of experience that we get. It is a journey of its own, and that's what we want you to learn and live. So yes, I'm looking forward. We already have, I think, about 10 or 12 students who enroll for the course already, and which is really exciting. It's every year, it just seems to get better and better, where we have had to play less of a proactive role in trying to win you over, and it's always been our legacy that speaks for us. And I'm looking forward to interacting with you all more regularly on the upcoming Fridays for the next few months. And I hope that you're going to keep joining me and be a part of this journey called TWS Theatre of Dreams, where we are looking forward to really making every single TWS student worthy of a standing ovation. And I'm sure we'll get there. Alrighty, I'm going to sign off now. I want to say a big hello very quickly to all of you who've joined me on Insta. I see a lot of my ex-students, and I see a lot of unknown names as well. Just to let you know, a lot of you have been also checking with us for our counseling sessions. We will begin the same next Saturday, which is the 8th of April, which will take place on a Zoom call, where we will be telling you the pros and cons of the wedding industry, what are the kind of career options that you have, what is the kind of future one can expect, and what is the best way forward in order to make your mark in this industry. So yes, every Saturday that's going to be a constant, starting with the 8th of April, I think until the first week of July. And I'm looking forward to meeting the young souls, the super enthusiastic people. Please don't join this industry if you're just passionate, because passion is not enough. Join this if you really feel for somebody else, if you're able to put someone else before you, because that's what weddings is about. It is about that bride and that groom and their parents and their guests. Everything is about another person. It has to start there. And in the bargain, you will end up having a journey of your own, a career of your own, great travel stories of your own. So that's my little bit. And I'm looking forward to meeting you guys next Friday. And thank you, Hemant, for joining in, and really means a lot. And thank you for always being there and making me the person and personality that I am. Alrighty, guys, signing off from the TWS page. This is Mareesha. Looking forward to welcoming you to TWS Theatre of Dreams, and looking forward to interacting with all of you. Loads of love.